Hi, hello there. Welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where I'm terrible at managing money but trying to get better. So with today's video, I wanted to go over my week 1 and now leading into week 2 January budget. I have some good news and some bad news. Some good news is that I found out where that missing $2,000 went. If you've seen my other videos, I keep track of my annual spending plan, and in the year 2025, I show that I paid off $19,000, but my debt only went down $17,000. Well, I figured out where that $2,000 went. But the bad news is that I'm terrible at managing money. I've always been terrible, and I thought this year I could change things, but January 2nd, I'm already messing up. So let's go ahead and get started. If you like this type of content, you're able to watch. Please like, please subscribe, please stick around to the end of the video. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll up so you can see my income. And my income for the month was $5,306.63 from my primary job. That consisted of my main take-home income plus what gets sent to my pension before I see my paycheck in my bank account, but I like to still track it anyways. And then lastly, it also includes any stipends that I may have received. It's typically around $30, but in July of 2025, I accidentally only received $15, so they finally corrected it, and that's why you can see $15.64 showing there. So, that is my income for the month. I only get paid once a month, and I am an HR analyst. So let's scroll down. You can see my expenses. So for subscriptions, I budgeted $0 for this month, and I haven't spent any money in subscriptions. For personal and beauty, I tried, and don't know yet what I'm going to do, but I started doing mini Mondays because, as I've stated before, at the beginning of this video, I am terrible at sticking to a budget. In the previous month, I took you along through my December 2025 budget every single week, and I show you all how I do not keep on budget for week to week or for these separate expense categories, but I do overall throughout the month. At the end of the month, it always evens out, but it's because I constantly have to move money around within these different expense categories. So I thought, let me change it up, let me try something new, let me make it a game, and that would be more exciting and interesting to play. I was going to start doing mini Mondays, where instead I would take the money from 6 different categories, and I would only spend money once I had won a certain category in my mini Mondays. So for this past mini Monday, I won $15 to spend in the personal and beauty section, but I have not spent any money yet. Then let's move down to parking and work. I have budgeted $50 for parking and work. I've only spent $2.50. For my renters and car insurance, I have budgeted $153.19, and that is because every month, that is typically how much I pay for this 6-month insurance period. I do not pay it all up front. I split it out month to month because my insurance does not give a discount for paying early. However, at the end of the year, they give us a credit, and so this new balance should actually only be $73 And before I click enter, you can see that I have $355.28 still left to be budgeted. And then once I click enter, it now increases to now I have $434.64 that need to be budgeted. Alright, moving down, I had budgeted $75 for electricity because I was using the heat, but my heat is on gas, and I thought it was on electricity, and I just forgot. So, for my electricity bill, it was only $50.84. So now, my total expenses that I have left to still spend has increased to $458.80. Now, here's the fun category where I messed up. I have a best friend. I have 3 best friends, and my best friend's birthday is January 4th, and I completely forgot. And if you saw my regrets videos, I do not regret going out and spending time with friends, even though I'm on a debt payoff journey. I started off with $72,000 of debt for this debt journey, but I've had probably $85,000 at one point. And I now have less than $40,000 of debt. And I do that all without hating my life every single day. I have my moments. You all remember back in August and September, I had my moments. But one of the things that keep me sane and keep me going are little treats in life. And one of those was going out with my friends for her birthday. We went to Paint and Sip. And so that was $45. On the second day of January, the second day of my budgeting, which already is messed up. And that was like the bad news that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Then I have my household fund. I have not spent anything there. Then for my electronics and Wi-Fi, I budgeted $50, even though it's typically $45.39, and that's because last year Xfinity raised the rates by a couple dollars. But they sent an email ahead of time letting us know that, and they have not sent that email, so I'm going to change this amount and lower it to $45.39, like how it typically is. For gas, I have $75. I'm going to keep it there because I have been taking the bus to work, so I think that my new gas budget will be lower because of taking the bus. Then I have my gifts category, which I have $20 here. And last year, when I would move money around, if I had money to spend in the gift category, either I would zero this out and put it towards fun, or I would take $20 out of this $45 and put it here in the gifts. But it was a fun expense, not a gift expense. So I left it here in fun. And I'm keeping gifts at $0. But I do not plan on purchasing any gifts this month. I just decided that last minute. And I'll tell you why. So why is because of the food out category. So while we were at Paint and Sip, I felt bad for not getting my friend a gift. So I bought all 6 of us a round of drinks. And not just shots, but like fancy cocktail drinks. And we went to a bar, and I'm a girl at a bar. I did not have to purchase a single drink. I think I had 6 or 7 drinks that night, and I did not purchase a single one. So there was no reason for me to buy all of us a round of drinks. Because we're girls at a bar, they were giving us drinks anyways. And it was just because I felt bad because I didn't give her a gift, and the gift would have been like $25. So instead, I spent $78 on drinks. And learned my lesson, and I'm glad I learned my lesson because I have 2 more best friends. So I will not be doing that at their birthdays, but that was also January 2nd. Just 2 days into the month, and I already messed up my budget. Okay, moving on, to tithing and church. So, I have not yet won any money for the tithing and church category. I most likely will next week. And, yes, so I'm taking that money out of tithe. And then if I win any money the rest of the month in this category, then I'm going to buy a study Bible for the Old Testament. Because the Old Testament is my favorite book to read. because whenever I go to church, we're always talking about the New Testament and specifically the Gospels. So I love to read and learn about the things that I don't get to always hear at church, which is the Old Testament, and then I even bought the Book of Enoch. So I bought it last year, maybe 2 years ago. I still haven't read it, so I'm hoping to read that this year. Alright, applied to debt. So, earlier at the beginning of this video, when I said I found the $2,000, I found where I spent the money. It's not like that I had $2,000 saving somewhere else. No, I spent that money, and I just reported it incorrectly on my budget. So, last year I still used a credit card. This year I am trying to use a debit card only for the entire year. I will use the credit card once every 6 months, just so that way it doesn't get closed. The cards that I want to keep open, but that's just to keep them open. However, 99% of the time I'm using my debit card only. And so, last year, when I used my credit card, let's say I spent $40 on gas on my credit card. I would report $40 in gas here in my gas expense category, and then I would report that same $40 again in my applied to debt category, when it should not have been applied to debt because it was an expense that I went and immediately tried to pay off at the end of that month. I did not always pay off my credit card. I think, or maybe I did every single month. But if I didn't, then what I didn't pay off should have been reported to this applied to debt. But on months where I paid off my credit card every single month, I should not have been double counting that money in both categories. So that is how I ended up with a miscalculation of this applied to debt category at the end of the year showing over $19,000, but my actual total debt only was reduced a little over $17,000. So that is where that $2,000 went. And the reason why this $1,229.93 is in bold and in red is because it's not complete. So this is how much money I sent to debt, but I do not know yet how much money will be applied to interest. All of my credit cards are interest free, but I have student loans, an auto loan, and a personal loan that still has debt. And so once those statements come out, which I'm just waiting on the student loan for right now, I will just, put equals, and then I'll put minus, let's say $60, and then that will be there, and then I'll put that $60 right here in the interest payments section, because that is what got applied to interest. But that's just how I'll do that. But for right now, it's just in bold and in red, and then I'll know where to, it'll just remind me next week when I look at my budget that I need to subtract the interest. Alright, so for savings, I said I'm going to apply $50 to savings this month. I have not yet done that, but I will. With my car maintenance, I need to get an oil change. I was supposed to get an oil change 1,000 miles ago, but I think that was at the 3,000 mile mark. So right now I'm at the 4,000 mile mark, but I'm going to get it changed this month. Travel, $0 budgeted for travel. Cats, so $51.99 was sent out for my oldest cat's vet insurance. I keep calling it health insurance. For groceries, I spent $126.16. Got a bunch of just random assortments of food from Costco. I was just super hungry when I went shopping, which I wasn't hungry in the sense that I wanted to eat right then and there. I was hungry in the sense that I was low on food. I wanted just food besides the plain food I had been eating, if you saw my food vlogs. Alright, in the health category, so I'm over budget on this category by $15. And I forget why. But I typically have $218.99 because that's my gym membership and my chiropractor membership. But I also spent $15 somewhere, and I cannot remember what that somewhere was off the top of my head. My rent, which I almost forgot to pay this month, was $1,400. My retirement contribution was $538. I took $0 for cash. I do not yet know what my interest payments will be. And for the financial section, I was going to spend roughly $25 on different budgeting templates and tools, but I'm not going to end up spending that money this month because I need to figure out how to stay on budget first before I just start changing my different budgets. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 0 for that category. Okay, so now at the end of the week, I would typically start adjusting these numbers to account for these changes. But for right now, I'm just going to lower the amounts maybe, and then I will add them back in later. It's because I still don't know exactly how I'm going to budget and stay on budget. However, I do still have $488 left to spend for this month. Left to budget for this month. So, I may not do the Mini Monday thing, or maybe I'll do the Mini Monday thing for my budget for next month, for February. But right now, I am still trying to just stay on a budget, so maybe that's what I'll do. But yes, so I'm not exactly sure, but that is it. That's my week 1 January spending. And now we're going to be moving on to week 2. So thank you for following along. If you stayed to the end of the video, I'd love to have you join this financial journey with me. So hit subscribe, click the like, and leave a comment down below if you would like. My next video will be out in a couple days. It's going to be my debt confessions video. I'm just waiting, like I said, on my student loan interest to populate, or payment and the interest to show up. But if you have any advice for me whatsoever, please leave it down below in the comment section. But other than that, thank you, and until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.